Hey everybody, Aaron Carlson here from Around the Reel. Just want to reach out to each and every one of you to make sure you click over to anchor.fm/CCC Entertainment Group. There's a little metric tool there that you can click on to support our podcast. It would really help us out and keep our production company rolling so we can put out the best content possible and also build budgets to these new movies that should be filming and coming out in 2021. That is, of course, if this fucking pandemic will ever fucking stop. So reach out to us there and support our podcast. We'd really, really appreciate anything you can do in these tough times. And as well as that, you guys keep thinking hard because you're thinking anyway.
Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hanna. Gucci gang.
Anal cavity, man. Well, I'm Collin, so a lot of people call me Colon, which then quickly developed into colon cancer.
Right.
And so that was a nice period of my high school experience.
Wow.
So we have a lot in common, asshole, Colin. We're
Hey,
good.
Man, we're closer than brothers.
Oh, love that for us. Collin Fischer's with us today on Around the Reel.
Hello, Collin.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi. I think we're doing okay. It's been a rough day today. Crazy shit
bit.
going on.
Yeah,
It's
the setup to get here, it seemed like, I feel like I was just getting flash updates like I was on the news or something. It's like, there is a car crash. We're getting there. Oh, we're on our way. We're setting up. It was a good time.
And see, I blame
Yeah.
I blame Chuck for that again because of where he lives. Because there's only
'Cause
one
he
way
lives in
out here,
bumfuck.
and it's over a fucking bridge. And then if there's an accident on the fucking bridge,
Which there was.
it fucks shit up.
Yes.
No, no. To be clear, there is another way to get here. However, it's a 3-hour round the peninsula.
Yeah, I
around
didn't
the
want
lagoon
to
drive.
I wasn't trying to drive to Colorado to make a Yui to get up here.
And where are you guys located right now?
Right
Apparently,
now we're in,
bumfucked Egypt.
Yeah. Right now we're in bumfuck. Aaron and I live in Tacoma. No, we're in Port Orchard
We're
right now.
Washington.
Yeah.
Port Orchard. Okay, good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, he's in Seattle,
over in
right?
Oh, you are in
so-
Seattle.
You're in Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, over in Kent. I moved out about,
Okay.
I think it was like a month and a half ago. My parents live in Renton, basically been in Renton my whole life besides when I went to college, which I was in Phoenix for that. So, yeah, pretty much Seattle, Washingtonian, whatever you want to call me.
Right on, bro. Cool. Cool.
Us too.
See, we got another thing in common, Colin. We got a
Hey,
lot in
good
common,
stuff.
brother. That's right.
Oops, I'm so
So
apologetic about that.
I'm fighting some fatigue.
He's fighting Madonna.
I got Madonna right in the shoulder. The second dose of that Moderna Madonna
Gotcha.
shot,
Yeah.
and that was yesterday, man. Today, I am tired as fuck. I
Dang.
am worn out.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's so bad, but
So great.
But here's the cool thing, though, dude. I watched Mortal Kombat last night. Jacked me right up, so I'm ready to go now.
Nice.
You know what I
Good
mean?
stuff.
Yeah.
Is it worth the subscription to HBO, or is that
fuck
something
yeah.
I should do?
Oh, God,
Okay.
no. Don't you have friends that have it that you can mooch off of? I can't even
I
hear
have
that.
friends that I've mooched off, so I'm splitting with my roommate for Hulu Premium because I'm be caught dead before I sit through 3 minutes of commercials every 10 minutes. I get Netflix from my folks, and I have Disney Plus for my brother. So I need to find somebody for HBO. I need a HBO sugar daddy or something like that to mooch off.
Well,
Let's find
let's see how the
somebody,
conversation
friend.
goes today, shall we?
I'll tell you what, it's well worth it, buddy. The last few
Nice.
movies I've seen on there this year have been phenomenal. They're
Yes.
great. They're great.
Good
Every
stuff.
Godzilla, fucking Justice League, goddamn Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
good old Snyder cut.
Man.
All right, I need to get on it right after this. I'm gonna hit you guys up. We're gonna figure something out.
We'll work it out. Yeah, we'll work it out. All right. Well, now that I explained why I might not be as talkative today, Colin, tell us about yourself, my man.
Who are you and what the hell do you do?
Yeah, so if you look at the what's below my Instagram handle, actor, voice actor, screenwriter, and coach. It's a whole nother area of my life. But just sticking to the creative stuff. So I guess I'll tell you guys a story if that's what we're all about.
I love stories.
Please, yes.
yeah,
Welcome.
If
Good
you're a
old storytelling.
scriptwriter, I hope
So-
it's a good story.
It's gonna be a great story. Come on, man. So back when I was going to uni, had a lot of different ideas of what I wanted to do. There was like a really big honesty period in my life where I'm like, okay, I don't want to. I was originally thinking I wanted to be a family and relationship counselor. I was going to go to a completely different college.
Wow.
I'm a super planned person, but I completely swapped everything 2 weeks before like the final date of you have to decide what you want to do. Ended up going to GCU to study computer science. So that's Grand Canyon University.
Okay.
It's in Phoenix. And I quickly learned that was not the type of creativity I was looking for. It wasn't really difficult. I feel like I had a brain for that stuff, but didn't want to. I was more drawn to storyboarding and character arcs and all that. I mean, grew up with video games my entire life. That was the reason I was getting into computer science in the first place, to create games and make awesome, badass narratives, all that. But then found screenwriting shortly after that. So freshman year, switched over to screenwriting. From that, soon found acting after, and then a year after that is when I started getting into voiceover. And it's just been a journey from there, learning, taking classes, finding mentors. I'm taking online classes right now for Zoom sessions. I'm going through a Meisner course, doing some. I feel like voice acting is definitely the area where I'm lacking the most technical skill right now. So I'm taking courses for that, and just trying to develop myself through this crazy time we're in. Hopefully we can get outside without masks and live like normal people again soon.
Yeah, man. Everything he said I love. He's working all kinds of different avenues of stuff. Voice acting. What's the difference there that you're struggling with between that and the regular acting?
Man, I think I don't think there's a particular struggle. I think it's just more of learning more to use. I mean, it's you can't see yourself on the camera. I think so much is. I mean, I do mostly screen acting too. I'm not opposed to theater. I was my initial training was in theater. Took Shakespeare, all that kind of stuff. Just felt more drawn to the on-screen stuff. But I think it's more of the technical skill around it, and just really fully utilizing your voice, understanding your body, how that works, that kind of stuff. That I was never really taught early on. It was mostly building acting, on-screen acting technique, rather than I guess my courses just weren't focused on voice. So I felt that I was lacking there. I found a couple of great mentors. They've given me some great resources, and I'm just working from there. So it's more of just I'm not particularly bad at it, but I can always be better. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, it's definitely a different style of acting. I can see that too. We've done a few voiceovers here and there, but nothing major, just kind of a narrative thing, to tell a story or whatever, but to actually voice act a character. Is that something you've tried yet?
Yeah, so I did a commercial reel. That was my first time working with a live producer. We just got on, did Source Connect. He was in my computer and everything. So we got that rolling. So that was super fun. I've done character stuff by myself. It started with interest in impressions, okay, how do I actually use my voice, and just kind of built from there. I am interested in making a character reel. I just need to sit down and actually do the damn thing.
No shit.
So
that's what it takes sometimes, bro. It takes a lot. Yeah. That's fun though, man. Dude, I want to be a voice actor.
Yeah,
Let me listen to the voice. I
love
have.
it.
Listen. I mean, you can't hear it. It's probably distorted on your end, Colin. We got to get better Scarlett.
He loves the sound of his own voice.
Dude, I'd be great at it.
Yeah, he loves everything about himself.
I'm just filling in some gaps here for Colin. I want him to know pretty much everything about me. Should we move on to the next subject?
Yeah, we absolutely should.
Well, I don't want to switch subjects. I just want to go back to Colin.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh,
sure.
Okay, sure. About him,
okay,
not you.
Okay, we'll do that.
Make it about me.
And
Just
by
boost
the
my
way,
ego, please.
Colin, I want to say that I appreciate the fact that you're thinking of the fact that product placement, and you're making sure that label's turned, just in case there's a monetary thing that we can get out of this, because he's making sure that label's turned every time he takes a drink.
What are you talking about?
That? He's drinking a can of something,
right?
And that label's away. Every time he takes a drink.
Away.
See, he wasn't even know. He didn't even know.
Look, he was doing it on purpose. Look, he was looking at it each time before he took a drink. He was hiding the label.
Chuck's that producer guy.
I appreciate that kind of stuff.
He's weird and creepy sometimes.
Cut the VOD. Start over from the beginning.
No, you were doing it correctly. Was my point.
He did do
you
it.
Actually, were hiding.
Okay, cool.
You were hiding the label.
Hiding it. Okay, nice.
Okay.
We'll fix it.
We're going to start hiding Chuck from now on, too, on the show.
Yeah, we're going to hide. And
He's had a rough day. He's a little late. He hung out with his drywallers.
Yeah.
Then he had to be a good husband.
Yep. Went and
Now
watched
he's
my
sitting
wife
on a
do
ball.
CrossFit competition.
Yeah.
or balls. He's sitting on balls.
Now I'm sitting on a big
3
bouncy
balls.
ball. Sometimes you just got to relax.
But you know what's cool though? He actually had to deal with what we deal with on a weekly basis, driving the fuck out here. So he had to come from where we were at, actually further. Now he got to experience it. It's fun, isn't it, Chuck?
Yeah, isn't that great? Don't you want to live further away?
I don't ever complain about the drive to get anywhere. Like Regan said the same thing earlier. She was like, can I just ride with you to go see Mom? And I'm like, dude, the drywall guys are going to be late. Somebody has to go support Mom. So
I'm glad you did.
She jumped in her car. She's like, but it's 45 minutes away. I'm like, shut up and get in the fucking car and go. This woman has gone to thousands of miles to go watch volleyball games and softball games and everything else. Get in your car and go watch her.
What was the jingling?
That was the Ring doorbell, which I thought I turned off.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway, back to Collin.
Collin, welcome to Around the Reel. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to say personally, I was peeking at some of your work as an actor.
And the dogs.
Is that the dogs now?
Yeah.
I think Regan's home.
Oh, they're going ape shit.
Yeah, hang on, Collin, because I don't want to try to cut all this out.
Yeah, we're going to have to
cut it out.
Yeah.
I'm cutting it out. I've been cutting it out from now on. It's annoying.
He's going to handle his
It's
shit.
fine. It's one of those days. Jesus Christ. So one day we're going to have like a...
Okay, you have to take out that bite and like put it at the end. Just like a couple of seconds, we're winding down, diffusing out, and then just
Get out. More than likely, I'll probably keep this entire section in the show. I mean, that's normally what we do. I was giving Chuck shit most of the time with these dogs. I mean, this is getting done. I mean, how else are we supposed to do it? This is where our studio's at, in this fucking house with all his fucking grandbabies and his fucking dogs everywhere, and
oh, puppy.
in the middle of nowhere.
My mind went to like creating a version of like, and by viewers like you, shut the fuck up. Oh man, that'd be incredible.
Oh my Lord, what is going on right now? Dude, I shouldn't have got the shot yesterday. It threw everything off. Everything.
Yeah, I still need to plan mine. I just got back from Phoenix on Thursday. I was seeing my my girlfriend and a bunch of my film and screenwriting people graduate, and so that was it's kind of a surreal experience. It's like this transition from we're no longer college students, so like we're all out in the world now. Like we're hopefully we all make it in what we want to do, but it's just like we're just there now. It's no longer like sitting in a classroom working together.
Right.
One of the big things I wanted to keep on to is we had this Discord of like, I think there's like 16 or 18 of us in there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to keep that as like my group of peers that like anytime I finish a project, I can send that to. That was the biggest thing about like staying in university was having a group of people you can, like your horizontal line of people that you can just work with as you develop in the industry. So
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. That's that sphere. We all need it. You guys, you've got to have those peers that know and like what you do. I mean, that's what these guys did for my black ass. They actually did that. I mean, they did. You guys got my back.
We might still be wondering why,
but because you like it. You like doing this stuff. It's fun. It's super fun. Oh, that's sweet.
You guys are cute.
That's one of the nicest things she's ever said to me, Collin.
I like you
Really, though?
sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing she's ever said.
One of the nicest things, yes. Yeah.
Nice. And so
That's very sweet.
not I know you guys want to just talk about me all day, but just brief, like how did you guys find each other? How did this, you're talking about that sphere of people, like what do you guys do individually and what brought you guys together?
Ooh, thank you. He's going to host the fucking show. I love it.
The story
Hey guys, welcome
starts.
to Around the Reel. This is Collin Fischer, your host. Today I'm talking with Asshole Aaron, Sassy Sam, and Creepy Chuck. We're going to be going over what they do in the industry and how the hell they're putting this together right now. Aaron, take it away.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Wait, why the fuck would you feed Aaron? He's the one who talks all the time.
Because I'm that guy.
Participating with me the most, man. I'm not sure if
stand
he was
out.
hogging the mic, but he's talking to me.
You see what I mean? You see?
Oh, only because we haven't had a chance to, because
Oh
he
my
talks too
God.
much.
Here, let's try this.
I'm sorry, Chuck. You had to go get the dogs. I understand.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
first if you want
And
to.
I'm guessing by what I yelled, you guys were giggling because I'm going to guess it's all going to stay in the show.
No, I don't know for sure.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
not.
May or
That
may
was horrible.
not.
That's a horrible section of the show. We got to take that
Okay,
out.
good.
It's embarrassing. It's just
It's
bad.
a-
Colin, to answer your question, the story starts 29 years ago.
Ooh, you going that far back?
That's when we fucking met,
Oh, yeah.
asshole.
Chuck and I met. I started to make movies one day, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, you want to make movies?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he always acted in the movies for me, which was really fucking cool. And we learned pretty much everything on our own. No film school, no nothing. Had nothing.
Internet.
Well, but there was no YouTube.
Well, yeah.
There was nothing back then.
That's true.
There was no tutorials or anything. Then Sam came along after I started to learn how to do some of this stuff. And then I'm like, ooh, Sam, you can be like this
When I came
badass
along, you
action
didn't
chick in my movie I'm
really
making.
know how to still do stuff. A little bit.
Yeah. And she hated it. She didn't want to do it, but she did it.
I had to get drunk.
Yep, every time. Shit-faced drunk. Ruin every scene we had to
I
do.
didn't ruin everyone.
We had a window of filming of an hour with her hour-long prep of drinking while shooting, and then we got to that last hour, it was done.
The mistake we made, dude, the mistake we made is we should have shot her scenes first because we felt bad because she was so nervous. So we put her scenes off till the end of the shoot. By the time we got to her, she was shitty. She was shit-faced, fucking drunk because she was just sitting there drinking to cover up her nerves.
At least I'm not a mean drunk.
A bottle of cherry vodka.
At least I loved everybody. Jeez.
Yeah, you did. It was just like it took longer to get the movies done. Let's put it that way. Took a while.
Man,
You
I
wanted
wish she
me
wasn't
to-
running camera or anything like that. That would have been very interesting.
That would've been-
Oh no, there's
full focus.
I know, right?
there's parts of our
good.
there's parts of our earlier shoots that you can totally tell she is hammered.
They're fun though. They're fun to go back
Oh
and
man,
watch.
I'll have
Dude,
to scavenge the link. After
I'll see if
this.
I can find some.
Yeah.
I should. I gotta
You'll
post
have
some
to
of those.
Post some
Or
Metal
some-
Fox?
Yeah, it's fun.
Some outtakes or something.
Anyway, buddy, we've been doing this shit together for a long time, and like I said, we finally learned where our strengths are as a team. You know, and kind of like what you're talking about with your sphere when you're in school. You know, having those people to work with consistently that understand you and why you're doing what you're doing is vital. So now that you're not in school, who are you working with? What are you doing?
Yeah, so just partnered. Actually, this is a new development for you guys. Last time I talked to you, Sam, I'm now represented up here in Seattle by Topo Swope Talent Agency for my on-screen acting as well as voice acting. And potentially modeling. Me and Tim have talked a little bit about that. I've never done print modeling before, but I'm like, hey, I'm open to any new experience. Like, sounds sick.
Hell yeah, do that shit.
Do it.
Yeah, so that was a really... Man, I call it a God thing. Like, by the way, like, I'm a Christian. Like, that's a big part of who I am.
Shit, yeah.
It's, I don't know. It was just, there was a story there that was just, so I'm going to give you guys a story.
Please do.
So I reached out to a couple of different agencies, but Topo was the one that I was referred to by like, okay, this is like one of the most established agencies. You need to reach out to them by a commercial friend that I have in the industry. So I was going through agencies, reaching out to them, and I saved Topo for like, okay, I got to write a cover letter for these guys. I'll do that the next day. Next morning, sent that, and then I got a response from Tim the next day. Apparently there was some altercation with another talent. He was not like in the best of spirits. And then they let him go. And that right after he let him go, the first email that he saw that morning was me.
Oh, wow.
Man.
And it was just like, there are some things like, yeah, you could say that's a coincidence, but I was just like, no, that in my opinion, that's a God thing. And so, had that, auditioned a week later, and, soon enough, I was part of Topo, and so now I'm represented by them. I actually just did a self-tape before I hopped on with you, so it's I feel very privileged. I know how difficult it is to find an agency, especially during this time. So I just feel very blessed to be in the position that I am, and I'm very grateful for Tim and Topo. They've been so helpful and very communicative to me, and it's a very cool start on my journey to be like, already represented in Seattle only for a couple of months after uni, and just like, I don't know, starting to go after it. Feels really cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I love that. That's badass.
That
Look at him,
is.
Chuck.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
You
You're
know
a
what? You
go-getter.
say he's badass. You know what I'd say?
What?
He's been blessed.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's a nice word. That's a nice phrase
He's trying to
say.
figure. He's trying to figure out how to talk. So you got a Christian and an agnostic and just spiritual. Sam is you know. So everybody's a
Does
little bit
anyone
different.
want to know what
here.
I would say?
What?
I would say he's a hustler, baby.
Hey,
No joke.
why can't I be both? Both badass and blessed.
That's
And
what
a
I'm saying.
hustler. Wait,
That's right.
what about
See?
my hustler?
Well,
I love it.
you're
Come on,
a
you're-
badass.
I like that
blessed
too.
hustler.
Yes.
Yeah.
A hustler too. Thank you, Sam.
yeah.
Getting it done. Getting it done. No, it's true.
You
wait a
gotta
minute.
hustle in this industry, though. You have to. I mean, you have to.
Yes, you definitely do. And I think this kid's got it. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 22.
Man,
He just. I was gonna say he just
You could
graduated.
be our
just
kid.
making sure. I mean,
you could literally be
there's
our
people
son.
graduate. They're in their mid-20s, 30s,
Mid-40s.
There's people 40s.
That is
I don't
true.
know. He could look young for his age.
22, graduated in 3.5. And so yeah, like all of my buddies like just graduated and are getting out. But I mean, they've already, I mean, I don't know. We're all super like hard workers too. Like I don't doubt that everybody that was in my class, like, you know, granted there are some people that want to take other directions now, which, you know, awesome. I'm glad that they found that now rather than 20 years from now trying to do this industry. Like if you don't want to do this industry, I don't know why you're going into it. And so I'm glad they found that now. But you know, for those who I've been working alongside past 3.5, like just seeing them develop, and it's so cool. I think they're going to kill it. So.
Well, congratulations,
Awesome.
buddy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
I'm proud of you. That's
That's
badass
awesome.
to get going right away like that, especially getting out of school. That's the
Yeah,
way you do
no
it.
kidding.
That's the way you do it.
That-
You just got to
that
go
is how
after
you
it.
do it.
Yeah, and
If
yeah,
you take any breaks, then you're just not going to end up.
procrastination. It's in
Yeah.
there, buddy.
Lose motivation.
Yep, it can happen. It can happen, but not for Colin. He's going to keep it
No,
going.
he's killing it.
So before we had the big old outbreak of the dogs going apeshit, Colin, I was gonna say I was able to watch a few of your short films, and I really wanted to talk to you about, well, both of them actually that I was able to watch, but there was one in particular that I loved the most, and it's your Western. It's the Brotherhood. Okay, so
He said yes.
yeah, I love Westerns. I always have. We wanted to make a Western back in the day, and I'll pitch you the story that I had maybe in the show. We'll see. But let's talk about yours. As soon as I started it, and I see you standing there, and I'm like, all right, I already know I love Colin because he wants to look like a fucking badass. And you did. He did. So what was your experience like making a Western? On that
gosh.
scale,
That
tell me
was
tell us all about
one
it.
of the. I'm curious to know, was the second one that you wanted to talk about Never Forgotten?
No, I didn't get to watch that one. I watched the other
Okay.
short, and that's another one I'm talking about because then I could see your acting chops. You were actually kind of scary in that one.
Yeah.
Hear Me, See Me?
I think that might have been Hear Me, See Me, the
That's
one,
the
the
one.
one that I
Yep,
was.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Brotherhood, dude, that was so fun. So the lead guys on that were my buddy Hector and Parker. They were underclassmen, hadn't met them before, but you know, with our school for all the short films that we make in the DFP department, they're always like, you know, pinups where people can throw up like, oh, open call, and we have our own Facebook page and all that stuff. So got connected with them. Looking through, so Butch Hathaway was the protagonist there, and I could see myself also playing either Jonathan or I forget the other brother's name. Gabe is the guy who played that. He freaking killed it.
Yes.
I could see myself in those ones. Like, nah, I'm going for the protagonist.
Go
And
for Butch.
It was such a cool process. Like, they were incredibly professional. Like, I had to keep asking them, like, so you guys are sophomores? They're like, yeah, we're sophomores. Like, we've done a couple of like fan films and stuff, and they were just unbelievable. Before I came back to here, it was the biggest crew cast I was on. We had like 20 plus people. And yeah, it was a replica town. So it was like a town at like 3/4 the size, but we played with it super well. So it looks like it was like a full Western town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parker's Old West Museum, I think it was called. That guy he's like a paraplegic, but he's been working on this place for like 20 plus years.
Oh,
Super
man.
cool
Wow.
guy. Really inspiring. And he like brought extras that have like worked in feature films to come be with us. If you like watch through those older gentlemen,
Sure.
oh my gosh, they had like actual 44s and like everything. I was just like, this is the coolest stuff ever.
It does. It's really cool, man. So that is in Arizona where you were filming. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Fucking
it was
lucky.
damn it, I can't remember what it was, like 2 hours outside of Phoenix. I couldn't tell you which way.
What a
but,
beautiful place to shoot a film. It's fucking cool as hell. I was sitting there watching. I was jealous as shit that he got to make this movie there. I'm like, oh, fuck Colin. Damn it. I want to be in that. I want to film there.
I think we shot that over 2 days. And then I think it was like 12 to 14 hour days, both. We just working our butts off. Like we started, I think he gave us a little bit more time to sleep. I think we started at 9 a.m. the second day because we were up to like 2 a.m.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Sure.
And then, we pushed to like 2, 3 a.m. that night and then just, drove back to Phoenix. So we're back at like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, like riding up on campus, just like, yep, public security. Here's our ID. We're students. We're just going to roll on it.
Dude, that's great. That's awesome. Just it's a very fun, quick short. I mean, it went by fast. I was like about 20 minutes long.
Yeah, around there.
Okay, I mean, it's not a bad length for a short film. You could tell the story, but it went by like that. I was watching it, and I loved your character arc. I thought it was fucking cool as shit. And kid can act. He can act his ass off. He looked like a badass. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Where did you, as far as the wardrobe goes, was that supplied by the school, or did you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was completely our theater department, that had all those. I think we bought like the replica pistols, before. This is the cool part. Like, the guy came in. I think I just told his name earlier. Harker, I think that's his last name.
Okay.
He comes in and he's just like, yeah, you guys bought some pretty cool replica pistols. How about these? And they're like actual like metal replica pistols that have been used in films before.
Wow.
We're just like, yeah, that's incredible. Thank you. And so we actually looked like we could play the part other than just like,
sure,
crafting some stuff that we got off Amazon. But, yeah, it was so cool.
It sounds like a fun experience. It looks good too. I did not know that was a sophomore made film. No idea. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
They're incredible.
Yeah. That's very, very, very good. Good work. So then your other short, this one gave you an ability to actually look like a fucking freaky fucker. I watched this movie and I was sitting there going, this is Collin? This is the guy we're going to talk to? Because I see all your stuff online and you're just like this nice, fun, good looking kid. You got your glasses on sometimes, GQing it out. Then sometimes I see you're working out and doing all those things. And then I look at him in this movie. I'm like, he's a fucking prick. That piece of shit. I want to beat his fucking ass, this guy.
So he sold it then.
Oh, yeah. He totally killed this role. But it's a domestic violence type of story. So where'd that idea come from to do this? Where'd you get that one from?
Yeah, so that one I acted and co-wrote on. That was a 48-hour film festival or 72-hour film festival that we did through a group called Almost Famous Film Productions, down in Phoenix before COVID, came over and swept everybody.
Oh, pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was. I think we had a couple of things. The line that we had to use was "Never do that again."
Okay,
and then we had to use a card. I think was the other thing. And then I don't think they specified on genre. I think it was just those two things. And so in the writing process, we were like, okay, we want to think about something like we could mess with time a little bit, all this stuff that we wanted to do, and ended up creating Hear Me, See Me between the three of us. That's myself, my friend Rachel, and my friend Tony.
Okay.
We were all co-writing that. And I also wanted to act in that. I wanted to just be as involved in the process as I could. And, ended up playing that part. I was also, my co-stars were Danielle Peterson and Philip Carlisle. And they were phenomenal too, both students as well.
Okay.
And, they rocked it. So that was a fun one.
Yeah, it's very well made. So since it was a 72-hour film festival that you guys were making this for, I was kind of curious if there was something there with that story that meant more than it is. Now, is this something that just popped in your head in the writing process, or did this come from someplace? Because I think everybody can relate to a story like that in one way or another. We all know him. We all know that guy.
I'm not too sure. I think it was between Rachel and Tony. I was working, my girlfriend Rebecca, she was doing some camera stuff, so I was helping her out with that, just loading equipment at the beginning of the process. I think that was the brainchild between Tony and Rachel.
Okay.
We were trying to figure out, like, I think the line "Never do that again" really inspired like the heat, I guess, or like of that, like the tone, and then from that, I think it was just built out from there. Yeah.
No, I
can't tell you specifically. I don't think it was brought from anything personally. I mean, at least those two haven't communicated that this was anything personal, like experience wise. I think it just was kind of the writing process, and it just blossomed into that. And it was an idea that we all like could see. And then we just started writing from there. And that's kind of how it worked out. Like, there is time to like discuss and everything, but at the end of the night, when it's, midnight and you guys are still coming up with the idea, you need to put pen to paper because you have 2 days to shoot and edit this thing. Like, you got to get it done. So
you got to get it done.
Yeah, that's what it came to be.
Awesome.
Understand it. Dope.
Hey, during that blitz session and having to do everything, did you add a bunch of special effects to yours too?
No.
Oh,
we did
God,
40. We did 48 hour, right?
Did we?
No,
it was
48
72.
72.
Yeah, it was 72-hour film
hours.
festival. But of course, we ended up telling a story where we had to add 3 minutes of special effects in the middle of the whole thing too. So.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
couldn't
there was a
help
big
himself.
blitz at the end.
Because I made a movie. We're making a movie about an alien going out on a date.
But the whole point of it, the entire movie, had to be cut out because it was too long.
I know, because we had a time thing. Well, I don't
So
give
then
a shit.
it sucked.
It didn't suck that bad. I still
It
made
sucked
it
pretty
work.
bad.
We got honorable
We
mention.
needed that
There
last
was-
part.
There was another GCU team that entered, but I think the cap for these was I want to say 10 minutes, and I think they were pushing 17 with them. And I was like, how the hell did you film 17? I mean, you can obviously,
Sure.
but it's just wow, that is a very grandiose idea. Thinking hitting that in 72,
I hear ya.
poor editor.
Mine, I think the one we did was 7 minutes when it was full, when it's complete. Director's cut, 7 minutes long, but we had to be under 5.
Yeah.
So what's with the 5-minute time frame in a 72-hour film festival? That's some pussy shit. That's some pussy shit.
hard. It's
Simplify.
hard. Yeah.
Simplify.
Simplify.
I think it might also be they're probably coordinating how much time you're going to have in the theater to
You know what I mean?
view all these things
You know,
too.
they're
so.
stupid. They're just fucking whatever.
Aaron has an issue with
That's
squashing
dumb.
creativity.
I don't like it.
He has a really hard time.
I mean, you cut shit if it makes sense to the story. But if I had a fucking 5-minute movie timeline on if I was running this show, if I was running it, I'd say, okay, 5 minutes. And someone came in and goes, here's my movie, 7 minutes long. I'd be like, dude, it's only 5 minutes. Sorry. And they're like, dude, just watch it. And then I'd watch that shit and go, okay, you can have it. You put it in because it's badass. Okay. 2 minutes, dude.
Then the next thing you know, you're going to end up with somebody who has a 17 fucking minute short in the 7 minute.
No, because
time
you could
frame
use the
that you
2-minute
want.
one as a justification. All right, we can go 5 to 7 minutes, guys. That's it. If it's longer than that, fuck off. You got to get out of here. That's
if you had it your way, every movie would be 4 hours long. 5 maybe. 5
Aaron,
hours long.
That's fine.
Colin,
Because
you-
they're
That's
good.
fine.
You want a little insight on
Not
us?
for me.
So Aaron had a really hard time when we were editing The Outrider because Sam and I sat down first and we both start making notes watching this cut.
Clip that, cut that.
And we
Don't
cut
need
20
that.
minutes out of the movie. And he was like, fuck you guys, you don't want to hear my story.
Dude, I was mad as fuck.
We don't need all of that.
You guys don't know what
You
you're
could
talking
clip
about.
that. You can cut
They said
that.
the same thing to Zack Snyder.
We don't need to see you walk through the streets for 10 minutes. We get the
Yeah.
idea that you're
We
on a
get
walk.
it.
There
We
wasn't
get it.
that wasn't in there.
Yeah.
See, and what's funny, Colin, is when you get a couple people that are in the movie that could have easily cut one of their parts. They didn't do that.
Excuse
I
me.
see.
I actually suggested cutting the entire opening scene
I-
for
yeah.
Paul.
Yeah,
if you
he did
recall.
actually.
Oh, okay.
That
Well,
was-
I should have.
I would have gladly cut my entire self out of that movie.
Oh, for fuck's sake! See how sensitive they are. My
I'm
lord.
liking this therapy session that we got going. I think it's very. I think it's mending. I think it's bringing us all together.
It may
I'm
or
may
gonna
not.
blue lights
Definitely.
in my room. We can make this happen. It's gonna be great.
How do we get on that subject? Brought up the Outrider. Oh, special effects.
Editing
about
special
festivals, I
effects,
think.
festivals,
72-hour film festival.
having to cut
thing,
things
yeah.
to make time frames.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that doesn't really apply to Colin because he didn't have special effects in his movie. So why'd you even bring that up,
Yeah.
Chuck?
I know
There
what
was
we.
some-
I just asked them
that
if they've
did
experienced special effects trying to do a quick movie.
Oh, got it.
Because we added that, and it was just, I know that was a challenge.
Oh, got it. Yeah. No, they just acted and told a good story.
You want to play a game, Colin?
They did. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
Why do you
okay.
guys say, oh shit?
Because I was just.
Oh, shit.
I had to finish my thing, but he's fine.
Oh, go ahead, finish your
I'm
thing.
dealing with Moderna right now.
Finish your
I'm
thing.
good. I'm good. Go ahead.
Finish that
Let's
thing.
do the game. I'm ready.
Do the damn thing.
I don't even know what I was going to say. now.
No, he doesn't. He didn't have a clue.
It wasn't important
He just thought you
anyway,
cut him
he
off.
just wanted-
so
yeah.
he just wanted to make sure you knew he
right.
cut him off.
All right, game
All
time.
right, Sam.
Well,
We're
wait
ready.
a second.
Alright.
We've been playing a few different games lately. So
Yeah, we have.
what kind of game? Are we doing something new or something
Well,
old
I was
or
thinking about
something-
doing something new, but I decided to go for what would you rather?
Well, I don't know. Would I rather play a game or would I
Like it.
rather listen to Aaron complain about his shoulder?
No, that's not the question.
I wasn't complaining
okay.
about my shoulder.
I would rather play a game.
I was just working up the
Working out the kink?
Yeah. Dude, at least I'm fully vaccinated, bro.
If you guys really want a new game, I can do a new one.
No, let's do
but-
that one. I like that one.
Okay.
Let's do that one.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Would you
do
rather?
it.
Are you ready?
Rather.
I'm so ready.
Okay. Guest always goes first, so the first one is: would you rather be homeless or be in prison?
I'm going to say be in prison.
Really?
I like that. Do I have to explain my answer? Is that part of it?
Yeah.
If you don't,
I don't know. I
explain.
feel like it's like when you're in prison, like you're very regimented, and I feel like I can fall into that very easily. Also just take it as a time to like, I'm gonna learn stuff. I'm gonna go to some prisons have libraries. Like, do that, work out, like try to eat some decent food if I can. Just do that. I feel like if you're homeless, like I also worked with Union Gospel Mission for a little bit. I did search and rescue, and so like I've seen a lot of like homeless communities and stuff, and I'm just like,
Not a lot of opportunity out there, huh?
not too sure if I want to be in that one.
All right.
Okay.
That's a tough one. Homeless or prison?
Or prison.
Prison.
Well, where would I be homeless?
Just don't psychoanalyze.
It's just wherever.
Don't, like,
you're either homeless or
Yeah.
you're in prison.
Or does it matter if I ask a question about like what
I mean,
prison
you
am
can
I
ask
in? I'm low security, high security, maximum?
Oh my gosh,
prison?
Josh.
No? Okay.
Depends on how bad of a prisoner you are.
Well, what did I go to jail for?
No psychoanalyzing.
Okay,
That is the rule.
I would go to
Being a-
prison. I'm with him on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to prison. You know why? Because you still get like toothpaste, and all you got to do is you got to watch your booty. You just got to
Yeah,
watch
I
your
was
booty.
gonna
That's
say,
all
what
you
if
got to do.
somebody
You
makes
still
you their
get-
bitch?
Yeah, but they won't. You know why? Because I'm badass.
Oh my
I don't
god.
fuck around. No, seriously. I watched Mortal Kombat and Cobra Kai. Don't fuck around. You know what I mean? Shit.
Oh, you are so somebody's bitch in
No
there.
way, dude. No way.
You are so somebody's bitch in
Dude,
there.
I'd be like Richard Pryor and
if you go
stir
in there
crazy.
going, I'm badass.
No, I'd be like, I'm bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No joke.
There'll be a fight over who wants you,
Do you
for
think
their
they take
bitch.
you think they take my booty?
Oh, I know they would take your booty.
That's so messed up, Sam. You'd root for him to do it. Sicko. You're so weird. Anyway, I'm taking
guard
prison.
watching by, just like, didn't see nothing.
Dude, I'm like Ving Rhames and Pulp Fiction, just kidding. Yeah, all right. I'm going to prison, though. I'll take it. I'd rather do that than be homeless. Fuck
How
that.
about you,
I'm not going
Chuck?
to be homeless. That's
I
horrible.
see. No. I don't.
I would rather be homeless.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'd like to try something different.
What the fuck?
Oh. Okay.
Plus,
Okay.
but I don't know. Colin going to prison kind of makes it an interesting topic and
Oh, he's
a temptation.
He's being creepy right now, Colin. So let me
No,
ask.
I would be homeless. I wouldn't go to
Why?
prison.
Why
I'd be
would you
homeless.
rather be homeless?
would
Because if
too.
I was homeless, I still have the freedom to go to do
Where-
things where I
yeah.
want to go. I just have
Yeah.
to have the means to get there.
What do you mean? You think you're going to go to the movies or something? You got no you got shit.
You think you're going to go to the movies in prison?
No, but I'm not going to be cold. And I'm not going to be eating out of fucking dumpster diving for a peach pit.
Okay, let's bust out. Let's bust out George Carlin. Let's break it down. Homelessness is not something that's necessarily bad. It might just be houselessness. If you don't have a house, you don't have a place to stay. All you need to do is have a place to rest your head at night to sleep. Other than that, you have the day to travel to go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
If you are in prison, you cannot do the fucking shit you want to do.
But I'm warm.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry.
So and Bubba's going to say that he's going to keep you warm, sweetheart.
He will keep
You-
you,
you-
warm.
you-
Just don't nibble or bite.
Do you think there's a lot of booty taken in the homeless community? Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So what's the fucking difference? You got room to run? I mean, is that the only difference?
The difference is,
yeah, and I'm faster. I'll run.
I'm not afraid to say this. I'm not pretty like you two.
He might be taking the booties. All right, anyway. All right, so he's homeless.
Fresh meat.
So sorry, Colin. Sorry. All right.
Are
What's
you
the
ready
next
for
one,
your
Sam?
next one?
Yeah. You picked homeless too, Sam? Is that what you would do?
Yeah, I would
Why would you
totally.
pick
I would
homeless?
because I love it outside. It would be fun. It would be better than being stuck inside in a stinky prison with stinky
Women?
people.
You got a bunch of women.
Yeah, they don't smell good. You think guys smell bad?
Have you smelled homeless people? I mean, are they serious right now?
But you're outside, so you don't have to really.
Oh, let me just air dry. It's not going to change.
When you air
anything.
drying, you didn't take a shower.
Oh my God, there's no soap. You get soap in prison. Don't drop it, Joe. Just don't drop it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
All right, the next
All right,
one.
sorry.
Next one.
Bring it.
Would you rather be tossed out in the middle of the ocean or be thrown out of a plane? Now, wait,
fuck's
wait,
sake.
wait, wait,
Okay.
now wait. You get tossed out of the ocean with a backpack containing a life raft. You can pull a string and a life raft blows up. And when you fall out of a plane, you have a backpack that has a parachute. So, but, chances are you're taking your chances if they work or not. But would you rather
Okay.
be thrown out in the middle of the ocean or thrown out of a plane?
Fair enough. All right. Colin.
Plane, because if either way goes south, that's a quicker death. I would not want to. I don't know. I've seen too many movies of just like baking in the sun. Could get killed by animal or
Lots of different
ocean.
things.
Yeah, exactly. I would take the parachute. Because at least it's gonna end quick. Or I pull the parachute, I'd get it on, pull a Tom Cruise, and I'm just on the ground chill and be like, wow, that was an experience. And I can have a pretty badass story to go on to my next Around the Reel podcast with. So there it is.
There we go.
There it is.
I agree with him. I'm flying out of that plane. Either way.
All right.
Yeah, because you can see where you're going. And if it doesn't work, you can still, if you die, at least you're flying. You're flying. And you could have that experience. And then you're just done. It's over. But if it
I've been
works.
skydiving once before. That was a really fun time.
See, he's
So
already
it's just
done
like,
it.
hey,
That was an easy question for him.
we go again.
Yep. I'd be like Patrick Swayze in Point Break.
What if your parachute didn't open?
Then I'm just going straight down, bro.
Feels bad man, and that's about it.
Yep.
Chuck, how about you?
Throw me in the water.
Oh my God.
I'm saying,
Throw me in the
I
water.
don't
You know why? I
so-
grew up watching Flipper. I can call a dolphin. Come pick my ass up.
Did you see
Jack
open water?
Sparrow.
Tap that water.
Open water with the
Yep.
sharks and shit.
Keep tapping the water. The dolphins will come.
Oh my God. We're doing an octopus
man.
documentary. You see all this stuff under the water?
Yeah.
And like he said, baking in the sun, like you end up in the middle of the ocean and you're fucked. Where are you going to go? You're going to starve to death out there.
You know how many boats are out there?
You don't see boats.
I will eat weird shit to stay alive. If something floats by me, I'll eat it. It could be a fish.
I'll eat
It could be a
seaweed.
person. I
I'll
don't
eat
know.
seaweed.
I'll
I
chew
don't
on it for a
care.
minute.
All right.
Chuck, I got a great game for you. It's called The Raft. Either that or Subnautica. Have a fun time. You guys play games at all?
I play video games all the time, but I don't play what you're playing. You playing PC games?
Yeah, PC.
No,
I
I'm
started
on Xbox.
console, but then went to PC.
Okay.
Later. So
Yeah, no, we do Xbox, but yeah, we do play some games. So the Raft, or what was the other one?
Subnautica. It's all about being stranded on an alien planet in the water, and
Well, she didn't say on an alien planet. You're throwing curveballs into the damn
Well, we're gonna
scenario.
assume-
I don't have
In
like,
my
an
world, I can
explicit
call
fear of the
Flipper. I
ocean.
mean, come on.
I don't have an explicit fear of the ocean, but that shit's still scary.
Yeah, I'm not drowning either. Fuck that. That can kiss my ass. Nope. Not going to do it.
You guys want one more?
Yeah, one more, please.
One more.
Okay.
These are fun.
Okay, let me see. Okay. All right. So, would you rather have hair that won't stop growing out of your nose or out of your ears? That never stop. It won't stop growing.
Is there
And
a
it
rate
grows-
of growth?
It grows fast. Just say, well, it grows fast.
Okay.
Lord. And can I trim it? Like I can,
Well,
or is
you
it
can
like
do
are we
whatever you
talking like
want.
Santa Claus, Tim Allen? It's just back in like half a second.
Yeah, it's just going to be back. So, if you, yeah.
Oh, God.
So, basically, would you rather have hair coming out of your nose or out of your ears?
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say ears, and then just rock a mean beanie for like, the rest of my life. And then get it to the point and style it where it's like it's kind of the same as my hair, you know, and then like kind of try to pass it off as just a long haired look and just wear a beanie all the time. Nose, I feel like there's just nothing you can do there unless you're just wearing a
right.
gas mask or something like that.
Yep. You couldn't even do the thingy for the Western. It's too long. It'll keep going. So fuck that. Yep, I'm going through the ears too.
It'll be turned up, down here.
Yeah. I
Wrap
think,
it around your shoulders and wear it like a backpack.
yeah.
Okay.
I think we can figure it out and wrap the ear hair. That's where I'm going with the ear hair too. Wrap it around your bald head.
Okay.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Keep your head warm?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's
We can make it work.
We are 3 for 3. I would go with the nose.
Oh my God.
All right, Sam.
Wait, because here's a simple reason. Maybe you guys, I know, Colin, no offense, you're not old enough to understand this. And Aaron, I don't know if you've experienced this yet, but you have hairs growing out of your ear. If they curl around the edge of your ear, you can hear it in your ear, scratching on your ear.
So
if
you
you
want
have
to change
hair
it up from normal is what you're saying.
If you have hair growing out of your ear, if it comes in contact with anything, you're going to hear that contact in your
Oh,
ear.
yeah, I know. I was right about that.
So
He's
I would
right
have it
about
coming out of my nose and then just wrap that shit around this way.
Fully embrace it and just have it as like antenna, and I'll just be the next weird looking Ant-Man, just like I can feel.
This is getting so weird. All right, Sam, what would you do? Nose? Yeah, you're a female, so how would that go?
I would definitely do ears.
Oh, you do ears too,
Well,
because
'cause
with
my
hair
hair's
you can
long,
hide
yeah.
it. Yeah, you could hide it.
Yeah, I would hide it.
That's what
I
I
would
would
try
do.
to hide it.
Yep,
Or
that
I'd
makes
braid
sense.
it into my hair or something.
Yeah.
I just buy stock and brawn and keep those trimmers.
My lord. All right, that's our
Pass
game.
it off as a mustache.
But I already do.
Would you rather
put that on the list for, or what is it? It's like, I'll take 500 for, or what is it? I'm mixing it up now. It's
That's
like,
okay. I did some
things you
Jeopardy.
don't want to hear for 500, Alex.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we
There you
go.
go. There you go.
Man, had quick stroke, guys.
Oh, good,
Don't
man.
worry.
That's fun. That's our game, Sam.
That's the game.
All right. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
That episode of Would You Rather.
I love Would You Rather.
Unless you want one more.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Would you rather?
So what
Colin.
he's doing
That's
next?
gonna be a good one.
What are you working
Oh
on?
my God.
I'm
What are you
just
doing?
kidding. I don't
Yeah,
have another one.
Go ahead, Chuck. Answer or ask a question.
I did.
No,
Colin,
I don't
what-
think he heard
Sorry.
you.
Colin, what are you working on? What are you doing?
Right now, so I guess as far as creative stuff, I actually just been talking back and forth with a corporate group down in Arizona. I'm actually writing my first commercial piece for them. That's something I got a message like 2 days ago, but I've been following up with them like every 2 weeks for the past couple of months. So I'm really glad that I'm starting to actually start working for them.
You follow
that's
up with
gonna be
people?
fun.
That's good.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, just a lot of reading and training at the moment. For agency stuff, just talking with my agent, sending them stuff that I would like to audition for. They usually just do that for me at the moment, but I don't know. I have a very like, I guess, entrepreneurial mindset there. It's just like, I'm just going to go
Good.
send them stuff and like,
Good for
they
you.
can reach out to them because that's the kind of the agreement we have right now. Yeah, just training, learning, doing everything I can. Also, I am crowdfunding my first short film right now, working with a group down in Phoenix. The piece is on sex trafficking. Been working on that for, well, it's finished. The draft is finished. Just in the now in the crowdfunding phase, and I'm doing Seed and Spark for like raising the money there.
Yep.
We just put it out for their website review, where like their team comes in and looks at your stuff. And yeah, gonna go into that phase. Plan to talk to a couple of churches, get on stage, because I feel like that's really where this like target audience is.
Okay.
And yeah, just working that. Got my crew ready. I just need to be able to pay them. So that's what I'm doing.
Entrepreneur. He's doing it. That's
Doing it.
everything you were saying just now is exactly what you should be doing.
Yep.
Yeah, I like everything you said.
absolutely.
He mentioned as an
A lot of-
audience. He knows where
it's
he's
funny.
going.
It's like I talk about this, but at the same time, it's like I don't know how to fund a like a short film. It's just like
None of us do.
I'm doing the things that mentors and people are like, hey, this is what you should do. But
Yep.
it's like sometimes it feels like I'm shooting blind with this stuff.
Hey,
but
everybody has and everybody does.
yeah,
But you're good
We
at
all do.
acting like you're not shooting blind, so
Yep.
keep it
I
up.
appreciate
Just-
it.
Yeah, just be
Just-
confident.
Yeah, when it comes to doing what you're doing and saying what you want to talk to people, you just show the passion that you have for the project.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what they are going to buy into you before they buy into your story.
Exactly.
yeah.
You're selling
Yeah.
yourself. I mean, that's what it
Well,
is.
it's sex trafficking. Of course, he's selling something himself, but still.
God, that's a bad joke.
Sorry.
That is a really bad joke. Like,
Horribly bad
the
joke.
worst joke ever.
I got him though.
Yeah, you did.
Oh
yeah,
my
from Christian to
God,
Christian, you
that's
guys
brutal.
are laughing at something very terrible right now. You know that, right? Man, what are we doing to these poor Christians on this show?
I don't know, but they keep coming on. I love it.
It's fun. It's good. It's
Experience the world, man. No, it's yeah. There's no judgment factor, no nothing like that. It's just people. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's more I'm in the world, the more I realize that, and it's at the end of the day, it is just people, and I
It
think
is.
that's I don't know. I definitely had that very black and white like mindset when I was younger, just because it's like, oh, I'm learning things. These things are true all of the time. And then it's like, you get into the world. It's like, oh yeah, there's a lot more gray area. And then,
It's really gray.
and it's just people.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just people.
It's just
Yes,
people.
it is.
Yeah.
And that's really important, I think, for especially being a Christian, for you to feel like, because you're going to have a whole lot more, or a whole lot less, I'm sorry, times that you're going to be offended about things. And yeah. So that's always better.
It's interesting. When I wrote The Outrider, the feature we released, Colin, a few years ago, that was the balance I was looking for, is that gray area that you're talking about, because I see the world in those eyes where good or bad. It to me, I always question. It depends. You know what I mean? What's the reasoning behind it? What some people say is bad may not be in that other person's lifestyle or their life. That's how they have to do what they got to do. There's rules, I think, that happen where, you can't go out and kill somebody or do something this way. But, if there's a mother, if there's a mom and she's got a little baby at home or little kids and they're struggling to eat and she's got to steal a fucking loaf of bread, that's stealing. She could go to jail for that, right? But come on. That's that gray area. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I try not to judge everybody either in that regard, which I don't know if that makes me a good person or not. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but that's a very nice, going off of Collin's story that he's working on. I mean, that's a very nice way of putting that. But now take that mother and thinking that she has to sell her body and sell herself to be able to provide for her family. See, that's the next step that makes it go take it to the thing.
Too.
Well,
so how does that?
And
here's the thing.
Oh, go ahead,
Collin. For this short, it's taking the perspective of a girl who was roped into it when she was 16. Oh, wow. That's and sadly enough, that is the reality at which we live in. It's more of a teenager, young, lower 20s for that, which is tough to think about. But at the end of the day, this is a story of hope, and it's a story. I think the main theme, which is something that I learned personally, earlier in my life, but it's become the theme of this is you are not defined by your circumstances, and that you still have value at the end of the day, and nobody can take that from you. That's what this is all about. So nice. Slight promo there, but also I'm very passionate about it, so I'm going to talk about
fucking
the
dope.
Oh, that's cool. You got me sold. I want to see it.
That's tackling a big subject matter right there.
I'll definitely keep you guys updated on the progress. Like I said, reached out for feedback. Should be getting it in the next couple of days, and then building up a little bit of hype and then launching this thing. So super excited for that.
Very awesome.
That's
let us know.
Wow.
Let us know the steps and everything so we can keep people posted. And if people want to donate, where do they go?
The Seed and Spark, he said, I think.
Yeah. The Seed and Spark page that we're setting up, goal that we're shooting for right now from everything from A to Z is 9,200. And so I'm very glad that we could get that under 10K. So I think that's 90 people giving $100 each. And then I'm going to put my own, donations and anything that I can, I'm not saying I'm a struggling actor by any means. I have some, great, opportunities outside of film that I'm working with right now, but it's one of those things of I can't front that whole bill. And so just really trying to put everything that I can into this while still not, kneecapping myself for the future. So.
Well, yeah. And it's a great experience for you, dude, being a young filmmaker anyway. I mean, you're acting, you're writing. So, I mean, that next step is putting together production. That's what you're doing. So you already said you're an entrepreneur. You got that kind of mindset. So this is right down your alley.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about scene setting, though.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Here we go.
Look behind me. Look behind Aaron. Of course, it's the poster of the Outrider because that's all he talks about. And then look behind Sam. See, look behind you, and you got a white wall. For the love of God, when you make a movie, hang a fucking picture.
Oh yeah, and this isn't going to be filmed up here. This is going to be filmed down in Phoenix, working with a crew down there. So, but yes,
we didn't want to help you anyway. Whatever.
At least be yellow.
It'll be yellow.
and they give me the label asshole. Do you believe this shit? Do you believe this?
It's tough, man.
I know it's weird, isn't it? I'm so sorry. Yeah. I apologize.
Right. Okay, wait.
I apologize for Chuck.
Okay, no. That is a serious note because I don't know how many beginning films that we watch doing what we do and see how many whites, people just stand against a white wall and have a conversation. It's just okay, and the conversation is not carrying the scene enough. So it's okay, give us a background or something. But another thing to think of too, one thing that we learned, or that I learned that I always like to share with people, especially when you're going to be asking anybody, this is going to be a different type of film. Obviously, when it comes to sex trafficking, it's not going to be a graphic film or that kind of stuff. But when you're talking to actresses about who are going to be performing anything in your film, make sure they have not experienced anything horrific in their life to where you're going to put them into counseling for the next 4 years if they do your film. Yep. We always ask anybody that we're going to ask anything to do on film, we ask if they've had an issue, if anything in this, if they've ever, dealt with something like this. A lot of people have said, I've known people who have, I'm comfortable, I'm okay. But take the time, take the minute, get to know your crew, your staff, and make sure that everybody is comfortable with what they're having to deal with and see.
That's great advice.
That's a lot of times people will just, I just want my shot. They don't care about what's around them. And then
Yeah, that's actually that is a critique that we had on Hear Me See Me, is that we didn't put a disclaimer before that. And then a couple of people got back to us like, oh yeah, we wish we would have known that before, going into this, into watching this, which was very valid. And so for our following edit, we did upload that. I don't think I have that one linked. No. On my
and I like that. I'm a different audience. I like that I didn't know what it was about. I loved it. That's what made it better to me. So, and that's that bullshit, right?
Yeah, well,
so
that's
I
that
can't
gray
tell
area.
That's that fucking gray area. Because when okay, dude, I'm going to tell you what. Colin. We did our theater premiere.
The whole table.
No, theater premiere for The Outrider. Okay, we jam packed this theater. It was like 200 plus people there. We were excited as shit. Everybody watched it. Majority of the people loved it. 300 plus. Okay, 300 plus. There was a lot of people.
Nice.
Okay, dude. So here's the thing. There was one person that came that knew me from my day job as a client. Okay. They were there. And the first thing that this client said to me was, oh, Aaron, I was at your premiere. It was good. I just wish you would have told me there were so many bad words in it. And to me, I'm like, you stupid bitch. I couldn't take it.
Did you put like a rating on it?
No, it's rated. It's unrated. It's unrated.
Anything we make is rated R, except for our next film.
No, you can't say that. Yeah, it was unrated.
And the documentary is not rated. Is it G?
I mean, when you see the project and the premiere and the trailer, it's pretty clear it's going to be a violent, weird, psychological, religious horror story. I mean, it's pretty clear, right? What was that about? So I have to put a disclaimer on there.
But there was somebody else
that get offended.
I can't do it.
But there was somebody else that didn't like the.
What? There's a lot of things.
I'm totally drawing a blank. I'm so sorry. No, the religious part of it. The fact that they thought it was so.
There was a review we got that said it was blasphemous.
Yeah, it was very blasphemous.
Oh,
oh my goodness!
Because here the pastor is talking about all other alternates to just the one, Trinity.
Yeah,
and other alternates as if it's three different people as opposed to three in one.
Yeah,
just another idea of religion, basically. I mean,
when I was writing it, I love the stories in the Bible. I'm not a religious Christian person per se, but I appreciate the stories in the Bible.
He loves a good story.
I think they're great. There's great moral lessons in every one of them I read. And there's so many cool things you can do to just like tweak this and tweak that. And it takes you in these other directions. And that's what I did with our movie, I had a blast with it. It was fun. I didn't mean any disrespect or anything. It was just a fucking cool story.
Yeah. It's almost like, you almost, I guess the safe way to do it is just like apologize to everybody before you even put something on screen.
That's pretty much, yeah.
We would like to apologize to every single person in this room, to anything that you may have brought with you into this that we couldn't ever know about in any particular experience. I hope you're not offended. Enjoy. And
exactly.
Then because then they can't be mad at you. You already apologized.
Pretty soon we're just not going to be able to do anything at all or say anything.
Well, I will.
No,
I'm still going to do it. I don't give a shit.
And going off of our episode last week, I still don't care.
I don't either.
I will still talk.
Yeah, we still got to do our
thing. I will still laugh at something that's funny, even if it's
fun.
Inappropriate. It's funny. I laughed for a minute. I'm not living my life that way, but it was a funny joke.
Yeah.
But censorship it's like a huge thing that it just gets worse and worse.
Well, is it really censorship still? Is there something else now? It seems something different.
What do you call it? Cancellation?
Cancel culture?
Cancel culture. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. It's like, there's a whole, that's a whole nother topic. We might need to have a whole nother episode. We
haven't turned the mics off yet.
Almost to who you are, because of there are people that would cancel me because I'm a Christian. It's like,
yes.
Oh, this guy does this. He's canceled.
I
think there was a bunch of flack at Chris Pratt for him standing in his beliefs. And it was just oh, cancel this guy. And it's just no, that's the exact opposite. Embrace differences.
Because that's the whole point of having a free country, right? Isn't it? You're free to believe in whatever you want and be whoever you want and say whatever you want.
I do have to admit, our listenership did fall off a little bit after I totally bashed all of my white wine drinking friends.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah. So they canceled this fucking ass.
Did those bitches really stop listening?
They did.
Our numbers did drop a little on the next two.
I know,
but at least for the quick release.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I think
Check it out.
the last thing I'm gonna say on like the cancel culture stuff is like, just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I have to like act for Pure Flix and Walmart Hallmark, and that's it. You know?
No, I hear you.
Yeah, please don't do it for Walmart.
Yeah, brought to you by Walmart. No, sponsored by Walmart. Oh man. That's gonna stay with me forever. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna be like up at 2 a.m. just thinking about that. Like, I really just said Walmart. Wow,
You're fine.
That's incredible.
I got what you're saying though, and I'm
Totally
glad that
got
you
what
see
you're
it that
saying.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's acting.
Yeah.
It's not who you are. It's acting. You're acting.
Well,
Thank
okay.
you.
Well, since,
Thank you
Yes.
much.
since you said that, I'm going to bring that up because when Aaron and I were first talking about doing our next feature film, we're in the middle of doing the documentary, Sam's documentary right now, which is coming along nicely. Sorry, it's exciting. But our next feature film that we're doing is a faith-based film. And he could not wrap his brain around how to direct a faith-based film because he's a swearing, dirty...
Asshole.
Yeah.
You guys judging me right now.
No, we're not judging. We're just labeling you.
He's a shitty asshole.
No, but still,
That's a nice way to say judging, by the way.
He didn't know how to wrap his brain around it. I'm like, okay, look, we're putting out a faith-based movie for Pure Flix. We're putting out a drama for Netflix. You know, just wrap it that way. And then that just helped him because he was like, oh yeah, we're just making a love story drama.
Yeah, love story.
So
Not
you don't
faith-based.
have-
Love
not-
story.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
It-
One of the characters just happens to believe in God quite a
Yeah.
bit.
He just happens to believe in God.
Which one is it? It was like some I didn't watch the full movie, but it was some like battleship movie with Tom Hanks, and it's like not a
Great.
It wasn't.
Gray something.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's like it's not a Christian movie. It has Christian elements in it. He's like a faith-driven man, but like it's not. The whole narrative isn't dominated, and God didn't appear in the sky at the end of the film and go, "Good job, my son." Like it wasn't like that. So I like those kind of movies where it's like you can include it,
Yes.
but it's not dominating the whole thing and being
Yes.
so blatantly on the nose. You just want to tear your eyes out.
Right.
Hacksaw Ridge is another good one that's like that.
Right. Yep.
Colin likes that.
Yes,
movie.
sir.
That's a bad set.
Yes, sir.
Badass. Badass.
Well, that's kind of more like reality, though.
It is.
Because I don't think that, you know, the majority of Christians are not, they don't,
They're people.
yeah, they don't, like, you know,
you,
constantly go around preaching. And, I mean, most of them don't. They're not like that. They live their life just like any other human being lives
we
their
all do.
life.
We're
So-
Christians. We're not all Catholic.
There goes our downloads again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, lost the wine coolers, and now
And
you
now you lost
the
the Catholics.
Catholics.
Jesus, what next?
Man alive.
Oh, no, we won't lose Jesus. He's always with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't care if it rains or sleezes as long as I got my plastic Jesus.
I found Jesus. He's in my trunk. Sorry.
Wow, God.
Or as you
mean-
know him as your gardener Jesus. Boy, we just pissed off
I was gonna
everybody.
make that joke, but yeah.
I think
That's
we- I
okay.
think
Let
we
us do it.
yeah, we
You're
did.
still young in your career. You're fine.
Yeah,
You're-
good stuff.
Some
got-
people
you
would
got a
say
chance.
we don't deserve to do a Christian faith-based movie.
Who has said,
Who said that?
Somebody might now.
Oh, that's true.
Why? We're all sinners.
Well, yeah, but you continually sin on the air
Yeah, but
So?
are you
in
really,
front of all your Christian
Yeah.
believers. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Tough
So,
scene.
I don't have Christian
So
believers.
here-
They don't believe in me. They believe in Jesus.
well, yes,
You're
but
supposed to sin and cover it up with religion.
but you kind of represent them, right? That's that thing with everything that's going on, like with cancel culture, with what you can say about being black or being
yeah,
Asian
just
or
anything.
being a Christian
Or what sex-
It's not just the people that go into who are maybe against you for discriminatory reasons, but it's also the people that are with you.
what is
You
it,
know,
our
black
daughter-
people can get mad at me for making black jokes all the time. Christians can get mad at you for saying what you say on the air because that's blasphemous, Chuck. You have to have more respect than that. You see what I'm saying? It comes from both sides. It's not just one.
Yep. And,
Well, it comes
I will
from
look
many
at every
sides.
single one of them dead in the face and say, love first, judge second.
Yeah, but
What
Or
is
just
it that our
judge
daughter?
later.
What is it that our daughter keeps wanting us to say
I don't know.
about the he/she thing?
Oh my God.
Remember that she's always schooling us on that.
Yeah,
she
the term.
and
Yeah,
she always she calls
Them and
you
they
what?
instead of he, she.
She calls you like a.
I don't remember.
I don't
All right,
remember.
Colin,
She
you're
calls
younger.
him
Do you know what they're talking
something
about?
Because, yeah, do you know what we're talking about?
Like
But-
pronouns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Like I had the last short that I did. There was a couple the email was sent with identifiers, and I've never seen that before. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like at the end of the day, to each their own, and I'll do my best to
Right.
not
Sure.
say the wrong thing there. I guess I'm just so used to saying what I say because that's what I say. But you know, I think that is definitely a whole, you know, other thing that is becoming a part of our culture. It's like meeting somebody, it's like shaking their hand, and then, I mean, again, I've never had that kind of I've never been corrected, I guess. I think I've like heard after the fact. I was like, oh, by the way, this person identifies that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, and we go on with our day.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've
normal.
never been straight up just like looked dead in the eye, like, excuse me. Like, that's never happened to me. So.
No,
Me neither.
But our kids school us about it. Like, they are on our asses about it. Like, it's because apparently nowadays it matters. It matters a lot to people. So,
Yeah.
it's a learning thing, I guess.
I'm gonna go with my comment from last week. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If you look like a guy and I call you a he and you tell me I was wrong and then you say you're a she, then I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, just like you said, Colin.
Well, no, some
and I'll move
people
forward.
go by. They say like them,
they instead
them,
of he,
they,
she.
and
Right.
and they say that or whatever. But, I
but
don't
still,
know
there's
what
only
you're
one
supposed to say.
person, so I won't say them, they, because you're not a them, you're a you.
But if somebody, and if you
tough.
introduce yourself to somebody or get introduced to somebody and they say that right off the bat, are they expecting you to be able to remember that every time?
Well, maybe they're trying to help you. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either. Is that then offensive if you don't
I think it's just
follow?
I think at this point, it's like, I think you could have those. I think just honestly, just be open, like communicative, and have grace. You
That's
know,
all
that
I'm
people
saying.
are going to mess up and slip up, and I can't hit it every time, I guess. And so it's just, just be, I don't know, I think
Just do your
communication is
best.
super important, especially in something that's new to a lot of people. And so just have grace there and you should be good.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious when you're someone who respects all people.
Yeah,
You're going to try.
and
It's
that's
going to
a
be
good-
obvious.
That's a good point too, because to come to what you actually are talking about, I do know somebody who would prefer to be male and is female, or was female, is now getting male. It's been a couple of years since I talked to him. But that has actually taught me something, because they were younger. So one of the things I taught my brain was to always refer to people by their names instead of he or the, she. I always refer to them by their name, like
Right.
asshole. I mean, Aaron. Sorry.
I was going to say, what if they change their name? Be careful.
Yeah. But when they change the name, same thing. Like, I refer to this person as Cole. That's what they want to go by. I always refer to as Cole, even when I'm talking about stories from when that person was younger and identified as a girl. So I still refer to that person as Cole.
Okay.
It's just
That's
weird.
probably a good way to go about it.
That is a good way to go about it. But there's a lot.
But it's hard to remember.
It's a lot. Because
a
it's a
lot to
lot,
remember.
especially when you're old like we are. We suck, I mean, I'm just getting used to women actually can get jobs now.
Oh, shut up.
You know what I mean? They can
God.
actually work. Did you know this? That women can get jobs?
And you don't have to be in the field.
I've
Yeah,
seen
we
it.
get
Black
it, Aaron.
people and white people can drink off the same fountain?
Yes, and they don't have to sit in the back of the bus and shit. I mean, this
God.
stuff is real.
You're
I mean,
stupid.
it's unbelievable, Colin.
Colin, thank
That's
you for
how
joining us
old
today on Around the Rail.
I am.
No comment. I'm gonna pull a hard curve there. Just no comment.
Smart man.
Yeah, you are
man.
smart.
Oh,
Yeah, I got my PR team in the other room. Got my headset.
and
You
they're
know,
just like,
they're inside the Bluetooth. Just like no,
don't even go there right now.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff, though.
That's actually nice, because I'm the PR team, which makes us all kind of weird.
Well, because of right now we're losing subscribers because of you. And
Yeah.
you either got to come out and say you're not a Christian so we can get a boost from some other group, or you go back to your Christian ways and bring back that audience that you lost.
I'm wearing a shirt that says I love coitus.
I don't even know what that means.
Sex.
Oh my God.
Is that what that really...
Is that a Big Bang Theory shirt?
It's a Big Bang Theory shirt. Thank you, my
God
fellow
dang
nerd.
it.
Coitus?
I heart coitus.
What the fuck?
I don't heart.
Coitus is another name for sex.
I do heart it.
I've never ever heard that.
And the funny thing is, I just grabbed this T-shirt out of when I ran home,
Coitus?
because my Around the Real shirt's in the wash.
Oh, okay.
So I grabbed this off the hanger and threw it on really quick before we started the show, and I was like, "Yeah, that works."
Well,
Alrighty then.
well, it's a
So
perfect
that's
shirt
what-
to wear with your wife coming home later.
Yeah. It's also a good time to wrap up the show.
That's a hell of a note to end on.
Oh, Colin.
I love coitus.
Oh man.
Man, it's a pleasure to get to know you a little bit, brother.
Yeah, seriously, it was fun.
Yeah.
fun.
Yes,
You
very
have-
much so.
Seriously, guys, thank you for having me.
Fuck
It's,
yeah, dude.
Thank you for coming.
I'm always looking for more opportunities, like even like this, just meeting creatives and knowing who exists, in
Yeah.
this market, and just who's doing this stuff for a living. Like that's super cool to me. And that's where I want to get to. I want to get to the place where no matter what I'm doing, like I want to be a full-time creative, whether that's my acting, voice acting, screenwriting, like wherever that takes me. I want to do this stuff full time. So
well, you keep being a hustler like you are, and you will get there.
Absolutely.
You keep being blessed just like you are.
Yeah,
You'll be just
blessed.
fine.
You keep being a badass is what I'm saying.
oh, yep, and there's the badass. Yep, blessed and badass. I like
that
it.
shit. Dude, it's a pleasure. Thank you for being on our show today, Colin.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Colin.
thank you, Colin.
It's been an amazing conversation. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Keep in touch.
Happy to be here. Thanks,
Let
guys.
us know what you're doing and what you're up to at all times, and we will make sure to let people know.
That's right, because as we promote you, my friend, we will be promoting ourselves when we promote you, because every time we promote something you've done, we'll promote your show.
We use and exploit each other.
Yeah.
Being a producer, right?
Yeah, we should make a movie about it.
It's exactly what we do. We use
Exploitation.
each other in proper ways.
I love
We collaborate, and one of these days don't be surprised if you get a call from us asking you to do some part in something or other.
Surprised
You
if
never
you get a
know.
call from us, ask you to do something.
Well, no,
Bury a body.
I'm going to get
For
these
sure.
guys. They didn't watch your movie. I'm going to get them to watch one. I want them to at least.
Actually, I want to watch everything you've got. Unfortunately, like I said, this has been a crazy week, so I apologize, Colin. Usually I have
All good.
a chance to prepare more. But
CollinFisherActs.com. That's where you can see all my stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
just getting to know you has been enough to get through this day. So you're a pretty amazing dude. I like you a lot.
What about me, dude?
Appreciate
I got
that,
through the
Jack.
whole podcast with
Wait,
Moderna.
Jesus.
Can you guys wait for 1 second?
Yes,
Colin,
ma'am. You
Colin,
go.
can you say that one more time for us? Sorry. It's Collin Fisher.
Yeah,
Acts.
Collin. That's Collin Fisher Acts. CollinFischer Acts.com.
Nice.
Axe like Axe body spray.
No, acts
Like
like
ACTS, like in the Bible, Christian heritage. Ooh.
There you go. I'd say mic drop, but they're all connected to shit.
Badass, dude.
Yeah, that'd be a very expensive mic drop. I guess I can just here we go one and
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
I want everybody to see this kid's acting chops. You're good, man. You
Yeah.
keep working on your craft. You're going to get there. You're going to do great
Yeah.
things. Absolutely.
thank you guys.
All right, brother.
Seriously appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have the best feeling about you. You're
Me too.
going somewhere. You're going places.
Yep. I'm jealous too. You got to make a Western. Fucker. Proud of you.
Well, hey,
buddy.
yeah, tell me about your future projects, including that guys feature that you're doing. I mean, for you guys, that's super cool. Would love to be a part of that in any way.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
So glad you just said that.
Wrap it up, Chuck.
All right. Well, Colin, thank you for joining us today for normally I would say a cup of coffee and conversation, but it's the end of the day, so it's a drink,
It's a
a
shot.
soda for
And-
you. Yeah, so it's
And
a
no label sparkling drink that
No
I'm
label
not
sparkling
about, so we don't
drink.
get copyrighted or
That's
anything like that.
Well, the good thing is none of this is monetary.
Oh,
On
okay.
YouTube.
It's called Spindrift, and it's delicious.
Oh, okay. I'll have to try that out. I like
Spindrift, our new
sparkling
sponsor.
drinks. I like
Really
sparkling
good.
drinks.
Okay, now this definitely won't be monetary. Thanks, Colin.
Oh, by the way, I might have an in on a new sponsor for the show, by the way. I'll tell you after.
Oh my God, yes.
Thank
Yes, this
goodness.
is so great.
Yeah.
Because I just lost half of our wine audience, so we have to look a different route.
I still work.
Yeah.
I still try shit. I don't try to damage our reputation as much as you guys think so. I think me talking shit, people like that stuff.
Oh,
I've been
really?
telling you this
Yes,
for years.
we all
They do.
agree
Unless
that we
they live
think
with
that
you.
you think that people like that.
Yeah, but
Shit.
they don't leave because of how I talk. They know it. But see, you surprise them, they don't fucking leave.
They don't leave because me and Chuck saved the day for you.
Chuck's losing
We're
the day.
nice
If he's
people.
losing subscribers because
And then
he's
here
not
I
being
come,
Christian.
save the day.
Oh,
I
we're
just have
supposed to-
Save
this
the day.
visual of Aaron being like just charging forward, and then both you guys are on the other side of a rope that's being pulled
That's pretty
around
much what
him,
happened.
and that's just your guys' dynamic. Is just push, pull.
Yeah.
find me.
Yeah.
You got it all figured out.
That is a little more aggressive than what we try to tell Aaron. We always tell Aaron that he's a dreamer and his head is in the clouds, and we just
is.
keep him grounded. Sam and I walk on the ground and we pull him down every little bit, every more once in a while, and we just keep pulling and pulling. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop.
Imagine,
He's got one leg, I got one leg, and we just...
imagine having a bird that wants to soar and fly, and then you guys,
What
people,
kind of bird?
just whatever, doesn't matter, as long as it can fly.
It's an eagle.
I need to know what kind of bird.
It's a flamingo.
It could be any. So we'll call it. You know what we'll call it? We'll call it a crow. Well, since I'm black, I'll call it. A crow.
Oh,
Actually,
okay,
you're
yeah,
black
I'm
and white,
just
so I think it should be a
envisioning-
Okay,
penguin.
envision this, and then someone's grabbing onto that bird's little legs and not letting it fly, and it's flapping its wings like crazy, and it's
Aggressive.
screaming and it's crying and doing all those things,
Oh, isn't that a sad story?
and it doesn't work out for the poor bird. And if it just wants to fly,
Poor bird.
you know,
Now
it
here's
just
the-
wants to fly.
Now, here's the
Man,
funny thing about
felt
this
that.
story, Colin, is the fact is that since Aaron's half black and half white, he's more of a penguin, and he really can't fly.
Well, the good news here, Colin. That's a good one. That's a good one. But the thing they don't tell you, Colin, is that since I am trying to fly, my asshole's right in their faces, and I'm shitting on them every time they fucking try to hold me down. Yeah, I poop right
I've
on
been
you.
shit on by a bird before.
I don't give a shit. You're
I'm
gonna try
really
to
glad that I stopped closing my eyes and making that visual.
I'll shit on you. Yeah.
You know what the bad thing is he eats a lot of blueberries, so it's
give
like
a
that
shit.
little purple stuff in the middle of the bird
He doesn't
shit.
eat any berries or fruit ever.
I'm
But anyway.
blast some doo doo right on you, both of you.
Fly like an eagle.
I don't care. That's rude.
Yeah,
Trying to
the
hold
sea.
me down.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're gonna try to hold somebody down. Anyway, we're a closing out show. Sorry.
It's all right. Sometimes the show closes, and sometimes it just abruptly ends.
Yeah.
No, Colin, you're an amazing dude. So thank you so much for hanging out today and having a conversation with us. It was great getting to know you, and I actually am looking forward to hearing more about some of the things that you're working on and talking to you about some of the things that we are working on. So, with that, thank you, my friend. And everybody out there, remember to think hard, because you're thinking anyway.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning
Wait.
in.
Remember, everybody, think hard, because you're thinking anyway.
Oh, for the love of Christ, both of you guys.
He just cut me off, though. Just cut me off.
Yeah, because-
Nobody needs to hear the old intro.
Okay,
or
well, I'm going
outro.
to cut you both off and say thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for tuning into Around the Reel.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
So why did they even tune in the first place?
I don't know, but they're glad they did.
Yeah. I think it's because we're trying to inspire people
We are.
and have fun with people.
People that are artists.
Creatives.
Yeah. People that are out there trying to make a living with their art.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's what we're doing.
They're crafty.
Yeah.
So have them tune in. And how do they get on our show, Chuck?
You can get on our show by going to our website. Please visit us at cccentertainmentgroup.com. Click on the scheduling link.
I'll send you to me.
Yeah.
Sassy Sam was going to get you all lined up on everything
I'll hook you up with a day and a time.
sometime in 2021 or 2022 because it's filling up fast. So if you want to get on this show,
Get on
I
it.
highly suggest
Get on it.
you start clicking your brains out.
Come be our guest on our show. We'd love to hear your story.
We'd love to hear it.
Make sure you come visit us on Amazon Prime and OP Prime.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
watch
Watch
The
our
Outrider.
movie. Watch our movie. The Outrider.
Yeah, you can watch Marcus
It's good.
Ford kick some fucking ass.
Oh,
This was a perfectly good take until you said
until
that.
you said that.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the show. Bye-bye, guys.